Hey, what's up guys? This is Hans from the Eclectic podcast, and today we're going to be taking a look at BadCube SunSurge. This is BadCube Robot's Oldtimer Series 08 Justice Force. Real quick, we'll take a look at the packaging. Not a whole lot to say here. I do like kind of that yellow, kind of minimalistic look that it's got going on. We do have SunSurge chromed out down here at the bottom. On the side, SunSurge OTS-08. On the back, some cool looking art of SunSurge, along with little tech specs over there in the corner. Other side of the box, just an image of him right there. So let's go ahead, let's open this guy up and take a look at what's inside. So here he is out of the package, and he does come with a lot of additional accessories. Stuff that you can just use to basically customize the figure how you want him. We have this type of spec card here. And on the back, a little bit of a bio of him. Here's a more traditional type of, I guess, masterpiece type of a card. Kind of the same kind of grid pattern, BadCube kind of logo back there, kind of shadowed in the back. OTS-08 Warrior SunSurge. And then on the back, tech specs, I'm sure the bio again. We also have a really thick manual that comes with it. Just goes through a bunch of different stuff in here. Really nice that they included something like this. I haven't had a BadCube figure before, but this is a lot of instructions, nice quality. Doesn't look like they skimped on anything on this, so that's a plus. Really cool piece of artwork right there, concept art gallery. Thought I'd show you that. So we do get, I guess, basically kind of Chip with his wheelchair. Real quick, we'll give you kind of a close-up of Chip. Fairly decent paint apps. It's missing a spot right there on the crotch. I don't know if that's, can't tell if that's just an overspray of the brown. Head actually seems to be a little bit on a swivel, so you get a little bit of a rotation there. Oh shit. Arms can fall off. Arms can move up and down. You get legs can bend at the knee. Not horrible, not great. Just kind of I don't know. But it's, you know, this isn't why you bought the figure. You didn't buy it for this. The wheelchair, kind of the same deal. Nothing rolls on it. Silver. I mean, it's okay enough. Nothing to write home about. Not very impressive by any means, but you do get that. You have a silver painted spoiler. Looks nice enough, as opposed to the chrome one if you don't like the chrome. We've got his pistol, along with his missiles. His intake, painted in silver as opposed to the chrome again. You get replacement rims. If you don't like the chrome, this is more kind of in line with the masterpiece rims that we've gotten, like with Lambor on the Swideswipe mold. We also have a little screwdriver for making all these changes easy for you. Then it comes with an additional little face sculpt here. Looks alright. And then some additional screws also come with that. But enough of those. I'm not going to change any of the accessories on them. Go ahead and we'll take a look at the figure and give you my thoughts on that. Here he is out of the package. He looks really, really good. I like his Countach styling, especially with that supercharged engine sitting on the back. I like it in chrome. I don't know, maybe I'll change that spoiler to silver. Just let you kind of get a look at the car. Not crazy impressed with the way the back looks. I think it loses some of its Countach aesthetics back there. The way the intakes look, the spoiler looks, I mean, they're going to be fingerprint magnets, but they look really, really nice. Paint is kind of limited. You have some black right there on the side paneling. Real rubber tires, which are a nice touch. Those chrome wheels actually look really, really nice. I like the canopy in there, or the front wind visor. Bottom of the vehicle, you got the faux windshield down there. He feels solid. He feels substantial. He's got some weight to him, that's for sure. Panel lines look nice and tight. Just for a comparison, just to give you an idea of his size, there he is next to MP14C. Clamp down. Seeing that looks a lot nicer on here. How thin this black line is, it's going to be hard for you to see. And then how much thicker it is on the Takara version. They're about almost exactly the same length. BadCube looks like it's a little bit longer, just by a touch, just by a hair. Just so you can kind of see that. Also, in vehicle mode, removable rockets, and you can plug the gun into the top of the car like that. You could leave the rockets on there if you so desired. That's your personal preference. If you guys have been watching my videos at all, you know I don't care about weapons on vehicle modes. Let's go ahead and get this guy transformed and take a look at him in his bot mode and see what he looks like there. To begin with, lift up that there. We can lift up the exhaust ports on the back there. We're going to open up these doors. Just kind of remove them from there. Tilt them up. Same thing on this side. Go ahead and take this whole front piece, bring it down, and we can extend that out. Come back here to these rear panels. Open that up. Same thing on this side. Separate the spoilers. Start working through all of this here and just make sure we get all these parts cleared. And then lift this whole section here. We can go ahead down here on the legs, start separating those. Take this section here, rotate that around, take these door pieces, take this part, collapse it down, rotate it around, and then if you look, see if we can get a close-up of this. If you look, there's a little tab kind of thing right there with those two intentions. Go ahead and collapse that down on that. You also want to go ahead and remove these panels back here. Fold these down before I forget. Same thing on this side. Again, same thing with the door here. You want to get in here, and this can be rather tricky. Flip out the heel spur. Flip out the heel spur. Go ahead and swing that out of the way. We'll rotate the hip area right there at the waist. We'll complete these feet. Technically, I guess you're supposed to keep that open. Something like that. Go ahead and start working the arms out here. Rotate that around before we start getting too carried away. Just kind of get that to where that's level right there. Same thing on this side. We can take this spoiler section, You want to turn these back around this way. Same thing on this side. Lift it back up like that. Take it and start working it back up in and upon itself. Just like that, and then one more time down. If I can get it to do it. Just where it's nice and compact in there like that. And then you can start bringing this section all the way up. Same thing with this side. Now we can take this part here, this hood flap here, collapses down. There's a notch right on the inside right there. This hood piece is going to go right inside of that. That collapses that on there. Bring that yellow piece on the back here to where it's underneath this top part of the hood. Bring that, flatten that out. Bring this back down upon itself, just like that. And this, see that tab there? This little tab here is going to go into that little chrome section there. And then what you want to do is we have these pieces here. You want to bring this down, fold it around upon itself. Inside of here we have a slot. There's a tab there. And I really give them props. I mean, this is pretty ingenious on how to solidify this backpack section. And it does a really good job of actually keeping everything in place that needs to go in place. We can start working on the chest section here. Open those up. These are on a butterfly hinge inside of here. Kind of a pain to work out, but just go ahead and work out these sections here. And then there's a bunch of little slots in here that are going to correspond with these holes back in here. Almost done here. Go ahead and take out the fists here. This is kind of tough to get into. Take out the fist, flip that out. The same thing on this side, and we also need to finish up his pylons. Take the pylon sections here. What you want to do is rotate them up, and then rotate them back down upon themselves like that. So here he is all transformed. He looks pretty good. I feel like the legs always feel like they're unfinished with this guy. And yeah, I probably am doing something wrong, but the legs I'm not crazy about. I really don't like how they turn out on this guy. They never feel like the way you expect them to feel. They're never a completed feeling leg, and I don't care how you'd end up doing it. The feet just don't feel finished. The upper torso section fits in pretty nicely, like it all collapses and completes itself pretty cool. It doesn't feel as flimsy as what it does when you're going through the transformation, but it's just, I don't know. The backpack's kind of a mess. I mean, it's neat how they kind of compact it all up to fit on his back. I just feel like the transformation is way more difficult than what it actually needs to be. Real quick, we'll take a look at the head sculpt. Nice paint job on the head. The flat black kind of looks okay. It's fairly decent. I think the mouth is a little bit probably softer than what I would like. But he looks fairly decent. He looks pretty good. As for articulation on the head, you don't get any side to side. You can look up quite a ways. You can look down pretty good. And then you got left and right motion. And it's really, really loose. Really loose head. But you've got that motion in there. Arms, you can do a full 360 with them. They articulate up on these shoulders up in here. They have a really soft ratchet, so I mean you can get some nice angles out of them. Like that, you can get his arm all the way up. And it looks, I don't know, it looks kind of goofy just having that one little bar kind of exposed for the arm. I mean, I guess you know, yeah, I don't know. You have an upper bicep swivel, double hinged elbow on the arm, mainly due to transformation, but that gets you all the way up. You do have wrist swivel, and then it is kind of Masterpiece style hands, where it opens up and has just the regular grip. Get that out of the way. Thighs. Friction joints go all the way forward. Get you all the way back. Pretty good range back. Knees will get you that deep. You have a thigh rotation up there at the top, and you get rotation in here in the foot. Like I said, the foot is I don't know what to say. It's not the best. I don't like the feet. I always feel like the feet are unfinished with this guy. He is really well balanced, as you can see from this picture. So you can get him in some really dynamic poses. He cleans up pretty nice. Let's see how he holds his gun. This gun, you want to go ahead and just take this, flip that out. Let's go ahead and let's take these rockets off. Plugs in nice and secure. Close the hand over that. Holds it like a champ. Now you may be asking yourself, what do you do with these little rockets that he's got? Well, I'll show you. What we do, go ahead and flip open the hand here, rotate that back, flip that back up, and that leaves you with that little nub there. What you can then do is go ahead and take a rocket and just plug it in just like that. And there's his rocket hands. You can take them, there's these little posts on the back here. You plug them in just like that. If you were so inclined, put them both like that. Real quick, just for some size comparison, see how he compares to his other Lambor brothers from the Takara line. Here's with clamp down, just because I had them readily available. As you can see, height-wise, they're about the same. Sunstreaker looks like, or SunSurge looks like he's a little bit shorter, but you can make the adjustments in the feet to actually make him a little bit taller. And I think if you've got a Masterpiece shelf and you've got the Lambors already, Swideswipe and his brothers, he's not a bad addition. He looks fairly in sync with the rest of them. So height-wise and everything else, the quality of the build, it's fairly decent. It looks pretty much on par. Backpacks, I mean, they're about the same. I mean, his isn't the cleanest ever either. You look at the back there, I mean, it looks a little bit better just because a lot of that's kind of just covered up, hidden. His has got those exhaust ports and stuff like that on there. The legs, his legs are just hideous. I don't like his legs. That's my biggest complaint. The legs. So yeah, just kind of give you an idea of size of what we're looking at with these two. Final thoughts on this guy. I don't think he looks bad. I think he's actually a pretty good transformer. He's got issues. I don't particularly like the legs. I think the transformation is way too complicated for the actual design of what it is. We saw from Takara how to do a Lamborghini transformation and do it well. And this guy, it's not that it's bad, I think it's overly complicated. They made it complicated just for the sake of making it complicated, which is kind of ridiculous. When you got something like Galvatron or even Megatron, where you're going from, like Megatron especially, Apollyon, where you're going from a pistol to a robot. That's a difficult transformation, difficult squeeze. This guy just, they did it just for the sake of being difficult. That's all there is to it. So, I mean, take what you will from that. It's your call all the way around. I don't think I particularly like this guy. I think he works well as a fill-in. If you need that slot on your shelf filled and you really want this guy, I say go ahead and get him. But for me, I think he's a pass. Not impressed with him. I don't know why. Just really not impressed with him. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching. If you have any other questions, leave them in the comments down below. Peace out, and we will talk to you soon. Bye. What makes this podcast unique?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Dylan, 130 the Eclectic Podcast, just coming at you right now. Let you know we'll be on into YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, come on back now. Be the third subscriber. You get absolutely nothing. Thank you so much. And please listen to the Eclectic Podcast because we are amazeballs.
Yeah, we're probably not quoting Mel Gibson ever again.
If you want to listen to lizard people or hear all about lizard people, lizard people, let them go, lizard people!